Max is 24. Oh, yeah. And you probably get, you're meant to be really windy over there as well, aren't you? Okay, I don't know if this is actually working or not. It's, so, yeah, like it's sending 1 megabit at the minute. That's not really supposed to happen. Yeah, it's buffering. It's having all kinds of problems. It literally die into -36. Yeah, the YouTube one's buffering like mad. I mean, they're both in theory dropping like crazy. So I don't know. All right, let's add some layers. Aha, this is looking promising. Let's refresh that. How are we looking now? We should be all good now. It seems to have settled down. Yep. All right. I'm gonna stop touching things and leave it there. All right. I think we're safe to continue, so let's do so. Excellent. All right. So apparently I'm waiting for bots. Very good. Yeah. Between last time and this time, I did the thing that I said I was going to do, and now we need to do science. Share the last item on the agenda. Oh, also don't, as is yeah, refresh. It's a bit wonky like that. Should have complained to Dan when I had the chance. Alright, yes. Cleaning up the rest of this thing, this mess, where I was rearranging things. Very good. Yes. Let's throw away the junk. One of these days, it's toxic on mobile. Um, One of these days I could add auto trash for ores, but I'm not going to because I'm too lazy to do that. And yet, I'm still willing to put the effort in to always keep trashing manually. Alright, that's a load, which we don't care about. We only want unloads. Just that. Alright, so we need... What do we need? We need beams unloading. Righty. So, mango chutney needs molten copper, tungsten, and iron. So we need triangles. There. Jar. And that's our triangles. Somewhere. There they are. Yep, so we've got beams and triangles. Then we're going to need copper. I don't actually have a thingy for that. I really need to make one. Or do I have one? Disconnect protect set on. Is that oh, that's the Twitch thing, isn't it? It's uh there was a reason I didn't have that enabled and I forget what it was now. I forget what the reason was. It was incompatible with something. I remember that much. It was, yeah, it was incompatible with something. That is technically an unload. It's not a very good one though. These are better. It's a new and improved model. Because it doesn't have the weirdness over there, so I'll delete that one. Alright, you... does actually fit as well. Ah, hello train. How you doing today? You cannot unload. That seems like a bit of an issue that we should address at some point in the not too distant future. But not now though. I'm just going to leave you to do your thing. I mean, I'm glad that it didn't... I didn't tick the name copy for that reason. There we go. Now, so science also needs green wire. That's a good point, thank you. So what I'm going to do is immediately select red wire. Also, why are you not receiving a beam boy? Should be receiving a beam boy. Where even is them? That's plastic. Did I even build them? Build them? Build them? Yeah, it's down here, isn't it? Yeah, there it is. 0 to 1. Oh, it's lack of train problems. That's what it'll be. Yeah, there's not enough trains. Okay, then. You... Oh, why am I doing that? When I could be doing this. You. Da, 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 da. 2, 3, 4. And they can actually hunt for fuel now because there's a big loop in the map. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be like 33 or 36 as well. I think Spellmaster, you miss out on the crazy rain that's meant to be coming a little bit later. Because typically what happens is we have a few hot days and then you get crazy rain afterwards. Usually. Or you just get 4 days of like 30 and or 25 to 30 and a lot of humidity. You leave 9 a.m. Sunday? Yeah, it's 37 tomorrow. 15 mil of rain on Sunday now. And then Tuesday was meant to be 8 and then 20 on Wednesday. Oh, that's gonna suck. Monday. Hmm. I seem to be a lacking of trains. There you go. Do I not have any production at all? Oh, there it is. Probably not enabled if I was to hazard a get. Yeah, it's not enabled. That'll do it. Now that'll spring it into life. This thing, I think it's still, yeah, it's still bringing in track and crap, but it doesn't need to anymore. There's no reason for it to. It needs to bring in those. It doesn't need to bring in recyclers. Happy you're heading back? Yeah, it's probably for the. Oh, it'll probably. As long as it doesn't pour down when the plane is taking off, or near when it's taking off. Oh yes, that reminds me. There was an update today. Whoop and loop and loop. Drag and drop research is a thing now. Isn't that amazing? You can drag and drop research. Just like that. There you go. You can drag and drop. You don't need to click the arrow buttons anymore. The barrow bammy ball. That was wow. Yes. It's great. Hello, triangle train. Alright, time to supply up again. Speaking of supply, I'll up the request on that. Can't push the... Yeah, they've removed the arrows. Actually, wasn't there a hotkey for that? But yeah, they've removed the arrows so you can't click on them anymore. You can only click and drag. But it's still amazing. Yep. Now, what's been going on with... Oh, well, you're exploding things. Fungora. Oh, has 4... Oh, if you have 14, that means you have an quantity. Or someone has an quantity somewhere. Huh. Well, you've gained them somehow. At some point. Pretty sure. Go and click and drag and it wouldn't work. Yeah. You just want to drag it and it just doesn't exist. It doesn't want to do it. How's all Aquillo doing? 765. Okay, so it's maintaining temperature now. Fusion is fusioning. I actually, just as a side note, I tweaked the requests on this. Yeah, it's sort of balancing out for rares still. Are those? I need to start grinding up those things too, but I need to make more of these to... Actually, if you got... No. Right, you can also have some legendary modules. Say 50. Eventually they'll find their way down there. Hello, Spidey. Oh yeah, you got stuff. I mean, that's the only real change that's happened here is that what is it? The teal cyan has been connected. It's going to be really interesting. In theory, you can do trains on Aquillo. I don't know how that'll play out. Because I pointed this out a few times now, but rail supports float on the infinite ammonial ocean. I don't know. I mean, it technically doesn't make sense. You'd think the supports being made out of concrete would float on lava, but it turns out not to be the case. You can't place them on lava. You can't build on lava, but you can quite happily build on an infinitely deep, or what is essentially an infinitely deep ocean of ammonia. You wouldn't have think that would be a thing, as I say, but it is. It's like an oil platform. Floating on lava sounds pretty hot. It's so hot right now. Yeah, oil rigs float. Yeah, but they're more of a they're more of a solid structure. Like this is a floating platform of ice and concrete, whereas that's just a rail support. It's just part of it. Like it's just a part of a rail bridge. It's not really part of a larger connected structure. Also, aren't oil rigs kind of anchored? Kind of. Now you waiting for? Waiting for thingies. There you go. This train lumbering through. Alright, so triangles, green wires connected, very good, very good. Now, so that's everything to make science. The next step is so the final step that I need to do, that I've been pontificating on and not really achieving, is we need the 3 components for rockets. Hey, it's 55. Shell to the core like the Jovian planets? In theory, because they say it's hundreds of kilometers deep, the ocean. So the theory is that it is, like, that is basically most of the way to the core. I've completely blanked out on what I want. That's what I want. I really, really want. And then we want circuits. And then we want rocket fuel, like so. So whenever we want, we can directly launch rockets of science to the science platform. Loop. And kajoop. No one would be sane enough to explore those depths. You say that. I mean, it's one of those things in general. You say it's impossible, someone will find a way. Unload. Yep, someone's coming and someone isn't coming. We'd better plug that in. That in and that in. Your ad is about to start in 5 minutes. For those who haven't seen the recent climate of things, so there was a content classification system that was recently implemented, but it's done in the most simplistic way possible, and it goes entirely by tags. So if you have the misfortune, or conversely, if you're crafty enough to utilize these tags, you have no ads. So the people that want ad revenue who have these tags are complaining because they're not getting ad revenue now, whereas other people are like, I want to get rid of all ads, and so they put the tags in. Am I going to fix that blueprint? Probably not. It's more fun that way when it's always, just slightly permanently broken. Yeah, it's the 200 IQ play. If ads are a problem, just put in a tag that makes the ads go away. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, plus a few others that are very topical right now. Is probably the best way to put it. Sensitive, even. Uh, there are a few. Yeah, election is one of, as from what I understand, election and politics, I believe, are two of them. There are two more that start with the letter I. I'll leave that for you to figure out. That's your homework. Or that's your, not even your homework. No, no, no. Because I don't need you to present it. I would very much prefer if you didn't tell me what it is. It is for your, what's the best way to describe further learning? If you want to learn something, it's extracurricular learning, is what I'd call it. There's talk of an adpocalypse, but it was just those yeah, people are yeah, there's been talk of this adpocalypse, but it's not. Eh, yes and no. Igloos, yes. Yeah, there is a bit of a there's a bit of heat from or not heat. I'm just thinking heat because of the because I'm floating over lava. And it's the natural enemy of the igloo is heat. Well, as I say, oh hello Bob. That means I've gone too far. As I say, you don't need to say it. You don't need to. It is entirely homework, or not homework. Extra learning. Non. What do they call it? What do you call it? Non-assessed extra material. Yeah, pretty much. Exactly. When you go into the shops, these are the your mind is wandering, and so that's when you would think about these non-assessed extracurricular thought processes or extracurricular learning material. Yeah, those ones will make the channel instantly go to will instantly crater the channel. You're so confused? Is it because you haven't received your skull drumming yet? But yeah, so the whole as a note with the adpocalypse thing, it's maybe, but it's also like there are movements in the background, but Twitch is one of those places where the scale isn't enough for it to be a true adpocalypse. Twitch is weird. It's like it's more of a, well, I mean, you see it in the kind of ads you get. It's more of a experimental market. It's one of the more esoteric like it's not a normal place where advertisers would go. It's a bit of a it's a more of a fringe place to reach things, and as a result of that, it's when budgets are when money is being assessed and budgets are being assessed, fringe things are always the first to go. So that's the way I see it. Is it's more I'm hesitating and pausing a little bit just because I'm trying to get the right phrasing. Otherwise, people will take it and run with it. It's more like money's but people are looking at budgets. Money's getting tight, and so they're going to pull money away from the more fringe and oddball um, sort of areas of marketing, and then they're going to refocus money on oh hello ads refocus money on more tried and true methods, if that makes sense. That's my rambling way, like exactly like hot tubs. So you have your screen in the bottom of the hot tub and it's showing ads. It's like the screens you see in pubs, where they got like the pseudo sports ball game on, which isn't really a sports ball. It's like this perpetual ad for something. One of those real weird things. I don't think I actually built out. I didn't build a radar there too, but I don't think I actually built out the. Yeah, I didn't build out the rocket fuel. That is an interesting thing. So what? I think you make rocket fuel, don't you? You make ammonial rocket fuel, which isn't really convenient to me. You don't actually do anything that's convenient to me. Oh, that's right, because it's a biochamber. The biochamber does the fun stuff. The problem is that needs nutrients, and I don't have convenient access to nutrients here, unless I bring in bioflux, and I don't want to do that. Alright, so whoop. Oh, why that? If we're seeing radars pulsing, it's never a good sign. You're not running. Why are you not running? Your outputs are all full. Why? That's strange. Sure. I don't really understand that. I mean, I'm sure there's an underlying logic to it. I just don't see what it is still. At least it's sort of ramping up. I think it's also a little short on the cooling juices. Where? Oh, there it is. I'm right next to it, and I can't. Right next to it, and I can't see it. Yeah, I think it needs more cooling juice. He suspects. Never mind the fact that I have these on my hotbar, but that's beside the point. You go there. Please and thank you. All gone. So you're at 600, you're at 400, 400, 300, 400, 300. So what is that? That is 600, 1200, 16, or 4, 8, 12, 18, 21, 24, 2.4 gigawatts in theory. So am I? I'm not quite understandificating that. Oh, your robots are delivering stuff to yellow chests and then to green chests, even though the green chests are closer to where the output's delivered. Yeah, in theory it should go to the green first, but it can be a little weird with filtered yellow chest, depending on the distance. Why? Output. Oh, you don't actually connect, do you? No, you should connect. That makes no sense. Because these are double arrows, so it should be sharing the juices between them. At least all of these seem to be lit up now. It's sort of balanced itself out. Ooh, don't want to pick that up. Seems like it needs to like it takes a little bit to distribute out the plasma, but once it sort of figures itself out, it gets the job done. But yeah, having to like rotate, it's weird to kick it in. It's consistent though. I'm having to rotate it to make it work and make the connections behave. Yeah, see now I rotate that twice and now the plasma's drained.
Hello there.
Hello there, Mrs. Solowolf. Might be a bug or a surprise feature. Yeah, now it's pushing that out of it. If I rotate twice. But now its inputs full. I suppose in theory... No, I can't do that actually. I was going to say, I suppose in theory I could output from the top, but then it can't share the plasma. I think it'll be a bit of a wait and see, I suspect. Need to kick off the production again and see what happens. It just makes no sense. At least to me. And I say that because there's not really a logic to it. Or at least there's not an easily observable logic to it. Usually you can tell the logic just by observing for most of the things in the game, but this one it's being elusive. Alright, so you got a thingy now, which means we just need to go up here. Yeah, I just wanted to get that a radar on that build. Are all those? Yeah, all those trains are done. Good, good. Something I need to think about is how to balance out the supply and demand of trains. Am I not making steel chests up back there? Right, first things first, we need a foundry. Then we need to find something to copy and paste, like this here. And slap it down like so. Then we need to tell it to make mango science, spicy boy science. Then I delete all this because it's all crazy. Are any train headaches left? And now they can make. There are still headaches, but a lot of them are gone away. Okay. Yeah, just having like little yards. I'm also finding Well, I sort of knew this was going to be a thing. Lots of little yards distributed around the map is the way to go. But yeah, having all these fully isolated junctions is so good. Spicy mango soup. Or, yeah. Like, just the ability for one train to pass underneath the other and one over the other. Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy good. It's actually very quiet at the minute. Amadon, how you doing? Hello. Running? No. Anyway, back. Stop getting distracted and back to the topic at hand. Okie day. Did you never get triangles? No, beams, none. Hmm. Oh, that's why. That'd do it. Let's grab triangles. ICT scream. That would really make it, wouldn't it? There we go. Now we can have beams. Just a cheeky little one. Probably the biggest thing that I learned from... It's just randomly thinking of it. The thing that made me really good at RCT was realizing that a long roller coaster is not the best roller coaster. The best roller coaster is, like about 15 to 20. Oh, I mean, it could be 5 seconds. 5 to 15 seconds long, and just absolutely cranks through peeps. Drummer, hey, how you doing? Hello. 1, 2, 3, 4. Death coaster. Just with the progressively increasing death loops. So my plan was to grab that and then do something like, seem to have our rail selected. Yeah, and just do a bit of a half-y-half kind of arrangement. As our beams arrive. Yeah, just does one of those. Some of the best roller coasters in RCT with the station launch coasters. Yeah. You look at what's his name, the Dutchman Marcel, and the levels that he's taken it to. It's kind of too bad that I fell out of RCT so long ago. It used to be my thing. A very long time ago, that was. Let's just do it there. Yeah. Okay, let's go down one. Just so I can grab the extra little bit of substation coverage. Not that it actually really doesn't matter. I might as well just there. Since I can just place one there anyway. Right, I'm going to start with that. And let's see how we go. I mean, as I say, this is just the next stepping stone in the process. It's not the end of the line. Not even close yet. Put the underground on the output bell for stubbing. Just like what I've seen people talk about ESPM. Is that just factoring in productivity? Yeah, ESPM is what they mean is effective science a minute. So with where is it? Research productivity. The argument is that that is increasing your SPM beyond the raw actual SPM. So if you had like 1,000 science a minute of actual production, including productivity, productivity modules inside this thing. So like I've got epic productivity modules, so it's a total of 76% productivity. Do we actually have some? Yeah, 64 there. And so the ESPM is this might not be the exact definition, but it's effectively is this productivity on top of it. So this gives you up to 300. I think it's 300. No, this doesn't give you. This doesn't have a cap on productivity. You can just keep going to the moon. You just need Promethium to do it. But what it means is that eventually, with enough of these researchers, you can be doing 1,000,000 science a minute, even though your actual... Hello, Darthy. You can be doing 1,000,000 science a minute of ESPM, but your actual science a minute, your actual production, is only 1,000 science a minute, for argument's sake. So yeah, ESPM be powerful. Also not seeing a lot of those packs. Narvis is probably the next thing to deal with and crank it up. Crank it up to 11. Ooh, almost got more of those. Bagora is really cranking out the legendary modules now. It's having no trouble. So 1,000,000 is attainable. Yeah, effectively. See what I did there? I didn't even mean to do it. I'm just that. Well, not really, no. I'll stop there. I do technically do the funny, but actually don't do the funny. Oh dear. Also, I was sort of alluding to it when we were starting, but yeah, one of the last, as I was saying, one of the last requirements for me acquiring the last of the computer was met today. So I can finally have the thingy, the last piece, or one of the last pieces. Well, yeah, it is the last piece. I actually need to double check that, but I can actually have it now, basically. Hey, Will. Morning. Updating all your bases. Barely got a functional rocket fuel on thingy. Is it true? Prod isn't caps? Yeah. So it's managed. So lab research is this under the same category as mining productivity. So it just goes to the moon. Goal is 1,000,000,000 ESPM. Shouldn't be because you turned mine ore back to the patch. So limiting is yeah. Yeah, the 300% limit is to stop the stuff like steel production. As I click on an oil refinery, it's stuff like this going absolutely stupid. Just ask Will. He knows what high levels of ESPM do. Actually, clarification, Will. Does ESPM, sorry, include the productivity modules of the labs, or is it purely just the lab productivity research? So like this has the 70 plus 76% productivity, and then the bonus productivity on top of it is the accounts the ESPM orders. Yeah, my feeling was it doesn't, because you always account, because we always accounted for the lab productivity before. All okay. So that does include modules. I suppose we did technically have ESPM before, we just never really considered it because the plus 20% was so minimal. Add 20%, okay. Yep, makes sense. Oh, I keep forgetting I need to poke you about something later. It can be an off thingy thing. Had a fun programming idea as well earlier today. So a 1K base of orders now, or 1200 ESPM. Oh, okay, yeah, because of the 20% productivity. Yep, that makes a lot more sense, and it's logical. It's sensible and logical. All right, what are you? Oh, you're not loading actual thingies into the thingy. Yo, deposit thingies in the thingy, and that should make thingies. Yep, 1,000 signs a minute, right there. Oh, this game, this expansion, just the numbers just get so many zeros on the end. It's ridiculous. There you go. You want 3,000 spicy signs a minute? There you go. I mean, why stop there? I could probably squeeze extra thingy in. An extra row. If I had the foundries to do... Oh, I know why. How much can the belt hold? So it's 8 without stacking. It's 32 with stacking, counting for both lanes. So the belt stacking is amazing. The it makes side load, half lane builds or mixed belts so much more viable. The problem is that with late game tech, yeah. See, I'm up to these things now. I probably need what? Yeah, you are making steel. It's not making it very fast. Okay then, I know how to make it faster. Go grab some beacons and throw those down there. Do I have? No. I mean, it's an improvement. Just not a great improvement. I actually could just truck in, I can delete this signs now. In fact, I'm going to do that right now. Actually delete it. The beam production can go. All that can actually go. Clog up my inventory, of course. I'll leave that there for now, because the base is using those. But eventually I'll get rid of them. That can go. This is good, because this base needs to start focusing on Vulcanus specific quality, or this site, and be the general supply base for the planet, plus also do its dedicated production for the rest of the solar system. Yeah, I thought there was a few that were run out. Jeez. Even with the productivity, I'm still depleting it. Working on a 78k SPM or 1.4 million ESPM. You're already up to 78k. Here I was thinking I'd just do 20k. I'm gonna have to target 100k true SPM, raw SPM, and probably end up in the 10 million ESPM range. The trouble is that you can just do that anyway. Is this target? It just keep lab productivitying until you have 10 million with enough time. Of course, you can just have a 10 million out of only 10,000 or something. But it's just time. At mining prod level 670, 2 levels per minute. Patches. I'm actually tempted to not research mining productivity at that rate. I actually still wish there was a yeah, I mean, you said it, but specifically said it, but I always figured it, is that Prometheum is very much the bottleneck. Like, it's the limiting factor of the base actually producing science. That's why I'm very interested in a non-Prometheum tech that requires every pack. I mean, used to be follow a robot count. At one time in history, follow a robot count used to be the good equalizer because it's only 30 seconds, whereas all the other infinites were 60. So you could get this instant double drain. Like if you wanted to drain a base in a hurry, you'd do a few follow a robot counts, and it would just evaporate all science. Because a 10k base would draw 20k science. You. Oh, don't have enough. V to the rescue. Use upgrader, please. Yeah, I'm too lazy to make my own, so I just just borrow them. But it is a really good idea to have. Alright. So we got that. Now... balls. Alright. Well, first thing I need to do is... There's a few things I need to do, actually. Probably the first one is start crafting silos, then go make rocket fuel, then go place the silos. Who text to do for 300% caps on everything? Oh yeah, that's actually a good point too. Is like if I want to get to that same if I want to get to the same final endgame build, I need to think about getting all of the productivities to 300%, which isn't going to be an easy task because they're going to require intermediate builds with productivity in them before switching them over to speed modules. Some would not draw more. Oh, okay, you actually regulated it. Rocket Silo is a beast. You can never have too many rocket silos, even with. Oh, actually, oh, yeah. I was just mulling over the numbers, but yeah. Where is it? Rocket part productivity at 300% would be amazing. That would be great. Also, have you been playing around with the shuffling of the queue? It's great. I like it. I'm happy that that was introduced. As soon as I saw it, I was like, that's going to be in the FFF. Also, sorry I didn't see it, James, but hey, James, over on YouTube land. Yes, this is dual streaming. Mainly so, well, two reasons. One, because diversification. Two, the VOD on YouTube is more easily accessible, so that's a thing. It doesn't get deleted. Oh, you're not been on PC for a couple of days? Okay. But yeah, research, drag and drop research queue was a thing. What did I come here for? Oh, yes, are you making concrete? Yes, yes you are. Are we putting it into a box? No, we are not. Why am I placing one of those pieces of crap? I don't rightly know. Instead, I shall throw thingies there. What? That seems kind of redundant, but okay. I mean, you do you. Where's my quick access to substations? There you go. I didn't expect to be able to do that, but it makes sense. Yeah, because it's in that category. Yeah, I remember they were saying that it was on the 2.1 agenda, but I wasn't expecting it now. Stream quality is nicer on YouTube too. Find. Plus, yeah, catching up on stream, etc. is good. As part of scheduling back. The scrubbing. Oh yeah, a lot of people love the idea of being able to scrub back in a live stream while it's running. Just being able to drop back 5 minutes, or even like on the YouTube player, what you can do is like you need to get up and go somewhere. Just hit pause, and it pauses it, and then just set the playback to like 1.25 or 1.5, and eventually it will catch back up to real time. It's great. It's amazing. It's like you're living in the year 2100. Now you. Oh, hiccups again. You need to, for me, please and thank you, filter by concrete of the quantity of 2,100. Why is it 2,100? Because it's a not round number. Just to antagonize people who wish it was a round number. You make unto me rocket silos, please. It's funny, you don't actually need all these things now. You make for me one rocket silo, please. As it screams into life. Except I realise now that I already probably have a rocket silo on tap. So I'm going to want like 8, we'll say. Go for YouTube's not Twitch. What you want to do is go for both if you want to stream. And either use the thingy in OBS, add in multi-stream, or where is it? A custom NGIX server to do the split, which acts as a relay between YouTube and Stritch without any. It doesn't do any. Yep, and just splits the two. Problem is that needs a custom NGIX server, which means you're basically going to be playing server most of the time. It's a skull drubbing we know and love. Oh yeah, Darthy. So it was 36 degrees here today. Spellmaster, because he's actually here as well, has been suffering. So he's suffering a skull drumming and also suffering the heat of Melbourne. It's actually really annoying because I would meet up for a lunch or something, but I just physically can't. Yeah, 36 degrees. It's hot. -7. Oh yeah, what is it like over there in February? Like, is it physically possible to exist there in February? That's related to the thing that I needed to poke you about. Nobody knows. Because they all freeze to death. Righty. 4. Been a lot milder? Moldier? Moldier. So once they're 300%, you can swap to prods for speeds. You can actually do that before that. That's the point where everything gets swapped to speeds because prod mods are no longer effective. So yeah, the research that not the research, the productivity is capped at 300%. So there's no point getting any more than 300% out of it, which means that as the productivity approaches 300%, you start pulling modules out. Full speeds, that is so weird to do. I also realize this doesn't really have room to do the activities that I want, so I'm going to have to move it down. Which is really annoying, I might add. It's entirely possible, it's just not been getting as far south as normal. If I was to hazard any kind of speculation as to the weather patterns up there. It's actually been the summers here have been very mild for a few years as well. Okay. You can have your triangles back. This is a downside to belt stacking, is that it means that the belts have a lot of crap on them. Or at least the south. If I was to go there, the first thing I would do is leave London. And just not be in London. I think there are... I mean, yeah, there are things you can see, but also there are a lot of things outside of that you can see. Full speed beacon silos feels wrong. It does. Just the amount of crap in the undergrounds is ridiculous. Oh dear. And here I am thinking, I'll get all this done, and then I can move on to upgrading Gleba next. And getting it out of its initial outpost. I did have to take a double take there. I was like, what do you mean by yellow snow? One, two, three, four. This is what I didn't do last time, and I really should have. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so you... thank you, autosave. A plop. There. Yeah, I figure it's on a kind of a traffic alert system. Sometimes it's really weird. Sometimes on my phone, I get weather alerts for like Manchester of all places, and I don't know why. For some reason, like Google's decided I need weather alerts for Manchester. Actually, hey Harpalus, how you doing? Long time no see. Actually, without going into details of it, as a side note, so the VPN on my personal PC, it just hops on a random server every time it boots, and holy crap, the YouTube news feed, the sort of the YouTube shelf of news when it connected to Philadelphia as the endpoint was wild. I That was a weird one. That I can see why things are. It gives some context as to why things are the way they are over there. Let's just leave it at that. Might not be Google pushing those. Oh God, only knows. The weather is at least. I mean, yeah. Isn't I actually don't know much about Manchester. Is it one of those places where the first thing, or the main thing you need to know is where the exit is? Is it like So I've heard that Blackpool is like that as well. The tourist town. It's very much a place of you visit the park and nothing else. Never visit the town. I think even Stu mentioned that. Yeah, let's do that. Definitely better than Blackpool. Yeah, apparently that's not a great place. Joined. Apparently we're shredding on the UK. Yeah. So the reason is that apparently I randomly get weather reports for Manchester on my phone, which makes zero sense why it happens. I don't understand why it's a thing. uh, Want to move the short underground belt and then not waste the underground? You mean that one? Or that one? So... I mean, so it's actually interesting. We used to get so hung up on wasting like undergrounds and things, and in the scheme of things, it really doesn't matter. It was like, oh no, this thing costs what is it, 257 iron plate. Yeah, it's not like we mine 200,000 something of that a minute. Late game builds had to give up beacons. I did wonder about. I mean, that's actually really interesting you say that because you're putting speed modules in place of productivity modules, you're actually incentivized to remove beacons. It's yeah, you would actually the builds would actually get quite departed from normal thinking. Yeah, it would. Cause I mean, you get the direct benefit of the module. But yeah. Hmm. It's an angle that I hadn't fully fleshed out. There. Yeah, I did some. Ah, damn it. I did a little bit of testing with what a full legendary build would look like, and it was like one machine, and that's it. There's just no more capacity to add any more to it because it just eats everything you feed into it. It eats entire belts. Sorry, I did mean it. Wondering if you needed that many beacon with diminishing returns. 8 beacon without so without any quality. Also winding back to the top. Sorry, I missed the message. It just I'm blind, Captain Blindo most of the time. With 8 beacons is the optimal for a beacon build now with the diminishing returns. And beyond that, with quality, you do benefit from having more beacons again. But as we're sort of talking about, it's diminishing returns anyway because of the productivity. Like the things get so fast, they just get silly. Things just get beyond stupid, like to the point where you physically can't run the builds. Yep, that's what we wanted. I wanted this to double up. So that's 6k a minute. That's a good. So this is starter base. So we have outpost is now starter base. Like this is Gleber here is outpost. Vulcanus is now officially starter base. We've got 2 lanes. We got several thousand a minute happening. 8 is faster than 7, 9 is better than 8. Get as many as you can. I mean, as I say, when I'm just trying to think. For the state that I'm in, 8-8 seems a good call. Because it's a good balance. But then just go, as soon as you start introducing quality, just go straight back to max power. Main thing is that yes, I did. I looked away I looked up, and then I just on the corner of my eye saw something go up, and I was like, "What was that?" Yeah, it was the bots running away. Yeah, the main thing with the diminishing return of the beacons is that you can have like 1 or 2 have a significant impact on early game builds, so you can really crank up the production rate on very early builds or the starter, the early burner starter base build. I'm going to dump these in the network so they can at least be collected. Actually, what I'll do, dump them here. Let's drag and drop that to there, just to guarantee that they all get scooped up and drained out of the network. I've got my one silo. Where is it? There. I mean, it is my fault because I told it to do 1, not 8. The problem now, though, is that this thing's just going to absolutely clog to the gills with crap. And what I really need to do is go check on Narvis, because there's a way around this. I did come up with at least in my own mind, it's an elegant way of doing it. But I don't remember what it is off the top of my head, and Oh, it's literally just set that to 1. Okay then. Well then, yeah, it's like just set that to 1. There we go. Then it won't. Then it'll never overload. It'll always request enough for 1. And then what I can also do is control click, and then control click. And that'll just pump and dump everything that it needs. And then I realized that I have no better quality inserters. Change beacons mean the first beacons have disproportionate impact on the products. On the change? I'm pretty sure that they've actually changed it, so at least between the FFF and the LAN, I'm pretty sure they've actually changed how it works. I don't think, because not, it's still, you still seem to get reasonable returns with even, you can have those. Oh, I saw a few. Tell you what, you can have those. Just chew on them. How did you get that? Sounds like a stock market is what it sounds like. But yeah, it seems like 10 and 12 beacon still seems to give decent results. So I'm not convinced the diminishing returns are actually that impactful. It's not a graph in the beacon. Is there? Oh, there you go. Yeah, see, it's still that. I'm pretty sure that isn't the same curve that was in the FFF. Because I seem to remember that it basically flatlined after 9. Yeah, legendary. Look at legendary. It's just such an outlier. Uh, this bit's always annoying, unfortunately. Okie days. The mango can go that away, and the mango can go that away. Yeah, I'm just gonna direct insert this crap. Do I split back out again? Yeah, split back out again. I mean, like, realistically speaking, none of this actually matters. There we go. Pop some thingies. Ah, you're backwards, are you? Yes, you are. And you're backwards, and you're backwards. Ah, lack of copper. FFF predictions. I was actually saying as soon as I saw it, drag and drop research. Calling it now. Drag and drop research. Hey, look, the copper train's in. How's the power network doing? Only 2 gigawatts. Alright, so that's the science part of it. In theory, I could actually have some chests buffering it, maybe. It's not stable though. I don't know. I think it's a big enough deal that it might actually happen. But yeah, I mean, it's not, unless it's like something future. Something that they'll present in the future. Like hey, now that the thingy's out, we're going to do all this stuff. Now that things are settled down, we're going to start working on improving these things. I think that'll work. go. Of course I'm out of bloody inserters again. Never ends. 2.1 to-do list. I mean, that would be good on the one hand. On the other hand, I don't think Boss Kid wants us to know about his to-do list. I suppose he can just load up silos as it needs, the silos as it needs to. Oops. You go there, and then you go there. Oh, it won't let me overfill it. Just mean, that is. Tell you what, you go in there. You can go in there. And in there. I think I need like 4 thingy unloads per row. Seems slow. Just to keep up with the copper demand. Yes, I should also finish this. That would be good, wouldn't it now? Wouldn't it so? Hey there. Hello, word. What is the source of electricity on this planet? I have 2 sources of electricity. Well, technically 3, but the solar isn't really contributing. Oh, it is contributing to the main network. It's been plugged into the main network. It's calcite from making steam, or acid neutralization. So we're turning sulfuric acid and calcite into steam, which then gets fed into a giant array of steam turbines. But secondary to that, I also have a fusion reactor. So I actually have a fusion reactor here that's sort of the main supply of power now. Because the calcite turned out not to be... Oh, the steam... the calcite acid turned out not to be enough. Originally it was solar and a little bit of calcite, and then it went into a lot of calcite, and then, yeah, we outstripped that as we're expanding... As we're building all this crap, so now, yeah, it's fusion. Do you know what I miss? When I was zooming out here, just, you know how you see all this territory? I miss the button that lets you turn off the territory view. I miss that button. It just made the map so much easier, particularly like seeing wars like this. And I mean, I realize you can just filter by search. At the same time, it's just annoying having it so cluttered. I mean, at the same time, tungsten's all that really matters. I actually got some patches finally. Just clears so much territory you can't see it anymore. I mean, there's that too. Well, we can't. We got to leave Kevin behind. His territory might not be large, but he is in charge of it. So we've got to keep Kevin. And what about Bob too and Terry? I realise this. Seeing as though we turned what was his name, Herbert, into solid tungsten. Similar story with Stephen over here, wherever Steve has gone. I don't remember where Steve is now. I mean, you also got Duncan down here. And a bunch of other names that I've already also completely forgotten about now. Because they're not really important to the story. Still only made 1. Oh, you're just making 2. Okay. Fine, very good. And Bob. Yeah, Bob's there. Bob's boogieing along. In saying that, does Bob have any... Well, Terry doesn't... Oh, Terry has coal. Never mind. But Bob doesn't have anything of value, so Bob might be safe. Kevin definitely doesn't have anything of value. Might be able to turn it into a zoo, which means we'll need to clear out what's around it eventually. It's not going to happen today. Could happen now. Where are we at? I've already forgotten who we're going to go say hi to. Yeah, I'm going to go say hi down here. Ah, there you are. There you go. I'd like your tungsten, please. King of Distracto, damn straight. Kevin's neighbours. I mean, you're not the direct neighbour, but get out of the way either way, because there's calcite there. Precious, precious calcite. There's Kevin. Look at him go. He's just spinning in a circle. Alright, is there any of Kevin's neighbours nearby? Yes. Yes, you are. Oh, that wasn't smart. um, well, I guess the neighbours aren't really taking visitors at the minute. Oh, hello you. There we go. Oh, that's left me with one though. Oh, that didn't even do anything. Oh, did it? Oh no, it nearly killed them. Oh, that's, yeah. I'm gonna leave now. Seeing as I don't have any more ammo. Yeah, with endgame demolishers, railgun's the way. Just grab a few railgun damage upgrades, and yeah, they're a pushover. The main thing is just to make sure you fire down as much of them as possible, because that inflicts the maximum amount of damage. Oh yeah, ammo is also very important. Which one? Oh, it was over there. Okay. Well, I got 2 silos out of that. You missing? Oh, engines. Engines is your bottleneck. Waiting for engines. There we go. Now you're not waiting on engines anymore. All right, let's get this thing done. It's 9 o'clock. I need to get this thing done. Pokey day. You need just silos, okay. Now gotta play the game of which belt gets mixed. I don't need to, but I'm going to. Consistency. Even though I'm in no way consistent with anything that I've ever done on this planet. It's just easier to, in reality, it's just easier to do it that way. Alright, so one of you is going to get that thingy. You know what, instead of build, the one mistake I always make is I run off and do the other one instead of building out the first one. I also realize that that is slightly mismatched. There. That's what we want to see. Rocket fuel? Yeah, we still need to make rocket fuel. I haven't forgotten. I isn't forgotten. I'll make that one low density. See how much I actually regret that choice. Yep, works for me. Do I? No. I was going to say, do I have some of this on here? Ooh, what's that? Super Chip. Hey, thank you very much for the 100 bits.
You're awesome and amazing.
You're amazing too for throwing down the 100 bits. You didn't have to do that. I appreciate you. How's your day been anyway? Hope your week went well. I'm actually expecting there's a bit of a clue in as to what's going to be happening next week. Apparently a meeting that is going to get heated is looming on Monday. That I have to that I have the fortune of looking forward to on Monday. Can't wait for the weekend. Nice. I actually can and can't wait for the weekend because on the one hand, it's going to be horrifically hot tomorrow. On the other hand, it's still the weekend. You had the last 2 months heated? Yeah, they're not fun, are they? Also, I need to actually do this bit. Ah. See a bit of an issue? There. Right, can you absorb more of that, please? And thank you. You've eaten as much as you can. Doop and doop. I'm actually super keen to, coming into summer, I'm super keen to get the workbench stuff started up again. I would really like to. We haven't seen the bench in a very long time. It would be nice to go back there, or go back to having workbench streams. As low performing as they are. Alrighty, so that is phlegm. On top of it, that is everything needed for silos. In a super basic form. But it'll be enough for keeping a few thousand science a minute up and running. Don't know what the bots ran away to there, but sure. Only use underground on the right hand side. I think I saw that. Or did I? Yeah, there it is. Okay then. You make me yeah, solid fuel can be made in that's burnt in. Just in yeah, from jelly and bioplant. Or I thought there was a is it solid fuel that you can do in the bioplant? I don't remember. I haven't done much in the way of oil products in the bioplants though. So yeah, that's why it's a bit of a struggle to remember these things. And blam. And blam, blam. Gaseous rocket fuel. Right. After that will be light oil rocket fuel. The gaseous rocket fuel is just to keep the gas under control. No. We need a pump first. There. We need to modulate it. None of these substations line up. Where are we at? Gas greater than, say, 10,000. It's probably a little excessive, but it works. What are you cracking at? Oh, you're just perma-cracking, actually. That's not ideal. Might as well just stick it there. You only activate when you're less greater than 4,000. Yes, it's backed up on gas, so you need to make as much as possible. And then we use our jelly inserter. Outputs to a belt. Then I need to do the same here. Yeah, and I need to fix this. There. Again, greater than 6,000. Yeah. God dang it. Got the wrong hole. That's embarrassing. Yeah, now you can modulate this at a reasonable amount. Should have been a remark from Spellmaster. That's where I'm blaming Spellmaster now. There we go. The final step is, or the next step is rocket fuel, wherever the assembly machine is. There it is. So we pop that there. We herpaderp you in the herpaderp. And then I probably regret choices in life. Is there a way to override rocket request so it sends materials in if your base caps the limit lower than rocket request? Do you mean like I say here? Do you mean like this here where you can say to send less than what's actually available? Or do you mean so it like partially fulfills? Because that's one of the limitations of the rocket request is that you need the entirety of the request, otherwise it doesn't fulfill. It isn't possible to have it you know, partially fulfill outside of a custom minimum payload. So this, instead of sending 50, which is the default, it sends 32. You can do that for any item. So you can set whatever fraction of a stack. It's just annoying because you've got to do it to everything. As a side note, so you're requesting 0 out of 82. Oh wait, no, that's that thing. Aquillo is requesting 50. Aquillo's going to get the, he's going to get him first, yeah. I'm actually going to dump that now. It'd be really cool if setting it to bring half a stack would make the min payload what you set it to. Yeah, if it's stuck, that would be good. That would be very amazing. Fortunately, it doesn't. Thankfully, the way around it is just brute force. And it gets the job done. Yeah, I just set so I have 1 or 2 stacks of everything that can go on a rocket now. And it just deals with it. I mean, that request doesn't send the materials even if you produce them, but the requesting alone goes through if you have the set amount of items, which means you would need to produce more before you can send it. Yeah, you need to keep a huge, effectively need to keep a huge buffer of stuff, which is a bit of a problem. It sort of flies in the face of traditional thinking. Want 50 or something, as long as it's in hundreds, and okay with the rocket not sending the full 100, just send the extra 50 back. Yeah. It's just, the funny thing is it's inefficient early on, but eventually doesn't matter. Why did I decon the machines? That's a very good question. I don't really know why I did that. If I'm being completely honest. Like, why decon that right there? I don't rightly know. But it is what it is. Now. Every time. If I powered it, it would make it a lot easier to see what the hell I'm doing. I mean, this is the level of smooth brain we're dealing with here. Go. Nothing like a good bit of belt weaving to get you going in the morning. Really just get you that little bit more angry in the morning and confused because it's annoying. Some people really get aggro at belt weaving. Kind of funny in a way. Yeah, let's pull this all the way out there and just dump half and half. Productivity modules would be a good idea too. I'm gonna go get the special speed modules while I'm at it. Yeah, you do know this is why we never get anything done around here. And also why I say we, even though there isn't, I mean, realistically, there's only one person involved in the we part. I'm just inclusive. It's called inclusivity. You know, you incorporate everyone in the failures and make sure to individually champion the successes. It's called management. I need to deal with that, and I can't really be bothered dealing with it. You know the feeling. I think we all know the feeling. We've all had that one manager. Alright, bots, clean out my pockets of garbage. It's like going through a spin cycle, it just sort of emptying out the pockets. Those in management don't know the feeling. I mean, yeah, do managers feel things? That's the real question. In fairness, there are actually a lot of good managers. It's the middle manager that's the true evil of the world. Always has been. Leaving things for future is a tried and true strategy that has never caused problems ever. Yep, never goes wrong. Alright. Plug that in. Give it a delivery. Scoop up that one thingy for Spellmaster. Let's fix up rocket fuel. It's not a huge amount of production that I've built, but it's probably enough. With the productivity, it does actually go a long way. I mean, I'll accommodate 2 just in case, but it doesn't really need to be that way. These are at 110% productivity already, actually. Can't complain with that. When you type exclamation mark, offers both heist and honk as predictive test. I like this. Speaking of honks, why we have goose honks when everything is koala themed is a question that I don't know that we'll ever be able to fully truly find the answer to. I hope you didn't hear that sneeze. No sneeze? Oh, good. It was a big one. Sometimes they get through, and sometimes it's like a bomb going off. Spidey's attacking your base? Yeah, they'll do that. I mean, they attack my base from time to time. Whee! Look at that. It's flying over the top. Did I miss a line somewhere? How do the big up there. How do big train yards work with the train orders? Haven't messed with the trains much since the train limit was added to the game. Yeah, I mean, sort of the most crude, basic way of doing it is what I've done. It's not the best, but I found, I sort of alluded to it. Instead of having a giga depot, I've actually broken it up into multiple distributed where there's a lot of stuff going on. So it's at least somewhat negated the impact. But yeah, the interrupts do a good deal of work. The it's actually even alone, even without the interrupts for going to a yard, working with. Did you say you haven't messed with trains much since the train? Yeah, even just working with train limits is a really good idea. So do they go to the yard and wait for available stop to turn on? Yes. So when they don't have anything to pick up, they go to here. I just realized there's no wire connection there. And then there's a refuel when they get low on fuel as well. Hey, sheepdog. So yeah, so this train's found something to go do. And this train has something to do. Right, you going? Oh yeah, coal. That would probably be the train that's just traded places. I mean, I technically have these here. There's lots of modules there. But I need to deal with these. Hmm. Trying to make something like this pre-train stops and was super janky. Excited to got it and actually needed bigger bases. Yeah. Um, just as I say, the basic interrupt system that I have, I think will suit most people. Going beyond that is when you start getting into serious production territory, and then you start needing to do more. If nothing else, the the refuel interrupt is amazing. It's really nice to have. It's a West dude. How you doing? There we go. Definitely got the modules to clean this up now. Right, so these should be, yeah, crafting speed of 7 and then down to 5.8. Just cranking out the fuel from solid fuel from gas. Seen quite a few people that mess up badly. Yeah, the one thing to do is not to have a go to yard interrupt when the train is full. That's probably the biggest one that causes problems. Oh yeah. Um, Once you start getting into quality fuel, you can start getting into some pretty serious headaches. Hmm. I think converting this to medium pole is the way to go. Apparently, I've also inadvertently converted this to the better quality speed modules, but sure. Blurb, 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 and I'll go underground with that one. I can blurb that in there. Connect and connect. Oh, I'm out of basically everything actually. And I basically just put everything in the way of everything else. Oh, I'm out of the pipe as well. Panic is setting in. Idea of being away from your computer for 2 weeks. What will you do with yourself? Right, already part of the blueprints. I haven't actually made a yard blueprint. Trying to use the cargo wildcard and then send trains to pick up to a station that has a specific item. Oh, whoops. I found Terry's. Terry's lands is way off where I should be. The funny thing about Bob's Lands is this is a very specific reference that probably no one's going to get. But every time I see Bob's Lands, sometimes I want to make another one that's Georgie Parker's Lands. Problem is that then I would just really want to make sure that the territory is occupied with extreme, or that the the railgun is used with extreme prejudice. I say it's a very specific reference because Georgie Parker was a block of wood that did acting on a lot of TV shows in the 90s in Australia. And the specific reference was a thing. It was a bottle of it was a take on a motor. I think it was a motor oil ad called Wins, and and the gag was you get a bottle of Wins, Stop Bob and No More Georgie Parker, and apply it to your TV, and it gets rid of both of them. Made a hamburger boxing unboxing video. Was it a good hamburger? That's a real question. Highway to hell. That's some hot sauce. Yeah, you're not probably producing enough. That's fine. We can arrange more production. Simple as. I actually kind of enjoy this, just being able to throw builds down and without it having to really calculate it down. Yeah, that's got to completely deplete it. No, that's going to bottleneck the pump. That's really it. The throughput limit of the pump is kind of annoying. There we go. That's basically the limit of that. And now both of these can profit from the faster speed. we're filling up on rocket fuel. Now where was the thingy? Over here. Have we actually delivered rocket fuel yet? Not yet. This is fine. How hard is it to make the yards? I'm using the train blueprints, but can't get the trains to go back on track. Need to make a roundabout for them. Oh, okay. I actually made a bit of a crossover junction. I probably should add it to it. I need to do a doc, almost like a Doc Jade style book. His one is a complete. His one's actually really cool because it's a complete package. Yeah, so what I do is I actually have the trains hop over, or the main line hop over this, and so there's a crossover and it's bi-directional. It's just, I remembered. I remember. Oh, that one's connected. Why weren't you? Yeah, I have a crossover so they can reverse back in either direction. So yeah, these can depart in either direction. Like they pull up here, but there's nothing stopping it reversing back out and then slipping over here and yeah, running back the other way. It is actually grid aligned, this thing too. Like it fits within the blueprint grid. Yeah, it's all light bulbed, thingy, signaled, light bulbed, signaled. Looks like a dead worm. It's not just any dead worm. That one, oh, that one used to be Herbert. That one never got a name. Bob's still alive though. Bob likes to leave a trail behind. We don't talk about Duncan down there though. We need to set up a so we need to redevelop Kevin's suburb though. Make it more of a gated community and such. Light bulbed. It's technically true. The track's correctly light bulbed. Kevin's Wes's brother. Let's not go down that rabbit hole. Here lies the nameless noodle. The nameless fire noodle. Oh, we need productivity modules from Thingy. Waiting for. Why are you waiting, actually? Oh, you're just constantly dropping stuff. Okay. I'll keep on moving, please. Because you need to drop some modules for me. Oh, it's almost about to activate a train. This should probably be like 2,000. It's not worth upgrading the space platforms to run on Fusion. It's my approach is to build a new or replace the platform with a better one rather than upgrade in place. I would deconstruct it back to the fundamentals and then put a whole new thing there. I've been a bit lazy and just haven't got round to it yet. That's why it hasn't been done. Oh, its pump was limiting it. Realistically, the cracking should probably be 6,000, because what it's doing is it's cracking light to gas and then turning the gas into solid fuel, whereas it should be the other way around. It should really be turning the majority of it into from light to solid, and then any excess gas can be then processed down. Because that would make a hell of a lot more sense, seeing as though you get 10, or 10 light oil makes solid fuel, whereas it's 20 gas and heavy oil to make solid fuel. Yeah, like this thing, it would be a lot better. I wouldn't need all this nuclear reactor business if I replace it with fusion. But realistically, because this platform depends on pre-Aquillo tech, it's the getting to Aquillo ship or platform. So it'd be better off for me to deconstruct the whole thing. I think a spider just crawled onto my foot. That's why I hesitated. I was like, what's that on my foot? I didn't actually see what it was. Something crawled on my foot. But yeah, this thing is a pre-Aquillo build, so it's better off starting over with all of the tech that you get from Aquillo. These are pre-everything platforms that I need to replace desperately. With, yeah. You know, and in a system one, it only needs yellow ammo, so a fusion and yellow from foundries and all that, and advanced fuel and oxidizer from foundries and such, would be a really powerful platform. As I mute the microphone while I try and readjust. I was actually eyeballing chairs before starting as well, because this thing's getting more and more of a lean to it, which isn't good, and the cushions are gone, and it's just terrible. I think a weld is broken as well inside it. It's made of it's like it was recommended to me by several people to get a gamery chair, so I got a gamery chair, and I very much regret getting a game. I mean, it's been better. It was better than the previous office chair, but I wouldn't do a gamer chair ever again. It's also quite... Yeah, that's the base that I think is going to snap fairly soon. Oh, what was I looking at? It was one of the one of the brands that I see promoted. It's the brand that does the motorized standing desks, but it turns out they do chairs as well, and I was interested in what they do. How long has it lasted? I think I got this in 2019. Yeah. It was like 6 weeks after I bought it, and then Jay's 2 cents was like, yeah, that's just the Gamery chair's just Pep Boy's chair. Rebadged. And then the Gamers Nexus thing came out like a year or two after that, and it was like, yeah, this is a big scam. And I was like, damn it. The build of it is better than average, I will admit. The base, the one thing I checked out the base and all that to see if I could, just to confirm it. And if it was a dud, I was going to return it. And I was like, I noticed that the gas piston was offset from the thingy, from the normal place. Herman Miller? Just spend the money and spend the big money and just go all out. You reckon? I think the answer is I suspect the answer is yeah, something like that. The one that I was looking at, it doesn't have like a cushion though, which intrigued me. A few hours on it, still feels like new. That's pretty good, particularly for like a 20-year-old one. Even the thickest padding on an office chair just eventually just flattens out. But yeah, the one I was looking at, it didn't really have like a traditional cushion. I don't really understand what it would be like. Oh, you already made it back to Nervous. So I am slightly intrigued. It's like a springy mesh. Trouble is, I've already forgotten what the brand was. As I say, it was the standing desk brand. Gas piston went on yours. Flatmate took your old chair as it was still an upgrade. His old chair didn't need the piston function, so yep, it's a win-win. It all balances out. Oh, okay, it is requesting a train. Oh, yeah, that would help. Yeah, going back to the previous remark, I'll add this to. I don't know where I'll add it. I'll add it to the miscellaneous um, collection in the book. I mean, it's not a train stop. It's not a thingy. I think I'll make a dedicated book just for the non-modular train stops. I think that might be the way to go. That filled in no time. Can I beat the train up there? Have a stack of blue. Yeah, I never like. I didn't even use that blue. I stopped using that book like 6 months after I made it, or a year after I made it. Has this been sending? Yeah, it's still got 7,000 in there. Kind of. Oh, I can drag and drop that, you know. Train's still not here. Faster, faster. Don't think you'd resist the urge to cliff explosives the entire planet. Yeah, I can see that. Setting a few MIF seats, they can be good as long as the elastic holds. Okay. And it's gone. Alright, that's what we want to see. It's a beautiful sound. Aren't you doing anything? Ah, that's why. Yeah, I know I'm missing a belt. Oh, fixed now. Whee, lots of rocket progress. It's kind of funny in a way. You don't really need the high rate of. Oh, you do and you don't. Like this kind of thing, it should be. It's going to launch. What is it? 246. Yeah, 1,000. 1,000 by all that. It's just so much. At least for now. Eventually, it's going to be starved. It's going to need like triple that, quadruple that, double it again, and double it again just to be sure. Yeah, you're still carrying stuff. I wanted to expand 16k. That's the one. Brain didn't want a brain at the minute at that moment. Didn't want to do the brainy thinky juice. All right, scoop up more garbage. I think. I think we're pretty much done with the planet otherwise. I mean, there's a few things to polish off. I'll just polish them off in the background. Technically, this isn't done. Head out forbid, might be back. Well, I am about to finish anyway because I need to go to bed. I'm starting to get all loopy from being up for so long. But yeah, I think we're pretty much done now with Vulcanus, at least upgrading. So I think it's time to... No FFF? Nah, I'm not going to do it. I mean, I'm covering it with JD Plays tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that. I don't know if that's on stream or not. Probably. Oh, I don't know. But yeah, I do that with JD, so that'll be a thing. But yeah, tomorrow, or not tomorrow, next week, we shall look at Gleba, because that'll be fun. Also, there's the thingies there for there's a Discord there. There's a link for the Discord if you want to see when we go live and other things. Let me just drop some commands into the YouTube thing to see if it'll finally jump into gear. Doesn't really want to. Yeah, the YouTube channels for the VODs. The VODs for this is there as well in the live tab because I'm live in both places. Yeah, other than that, there it goes. Other than that is it. So thank you all very much for watching, hanging out. Really do appreciate you being here. And Discord for when the yard blueprint stuff. Yeah, that's exactly what the Discord's for. I'll look into that tomorrow, probably tomorrow, because it's gonna be too hot to do anything else. And I'll try and fix any other blueprint issues. It's the best place to raise blueprint issues in general, for me to then forget about them and not fix them. But yeah, as I say, that is it for me. So I again really appreciate you being here. Liking, subscribing, following, whichever is appropriate for whichever platform. And that is it. So I shall say goodbye for now.